And so we look at that and we say, well, how does that give us wisdom? Well, I've had job opportunities in the past, and I've had very good job opportunities. I remember once when I was young in the Lord, I wanted to work for a camp, the YMCA, and they needed someone to work all summer. But the thing was, we could talk about religion, but we had to be sensitive to every religion. And so they said, do not talk about Jesus Christ. You can't convert people. And I said, wait a minute. We could talk about being sensitive to all these religions, but we can't tell people about the one true God. And it was a great opportunity. They even offered me more money, but I had no peace in my spirit. And so as I was praying about the situation, God told me no. And so I had to, I didn't really understand at the time why God told me I had to say no, but I had to turn down this job. And they called back and they offered me more money. And the Lord was like, no, you cannot do this. And I didn't understand it, but it was a principle. How could I be a preacher, be called to preach Christ, to win souls, but not be able to tell people about Jesus Christ and the one in whom I believe? But everybody could talk about their own religion. And so at the time I was disappointed, but it wasn't until I said no that I had the peace of God in my heart, because God was like, it was like my flesh and my spirit were wrestling. And when you go into even jobs, even into certain relationships and in the nations, if you have no peace, if you have like the struggle within you, the Bible says that we should follow peace, because God is peace. He is love, He is hope, He is joy. And so if we don't have peace in that situation, we need to seek the counsel of God and say, God, why am I not having peace about this? And sometimes we're too quick to rush and say yes, because we like the opportunity. We like going to new places. I like traveling to new countries. I like meeting new people. But there's times where God has told me, no, don't go there. And even Paul in the Bible, it said the Spirit would not let him go into a certain region. It guided him another way. So we don't always see the big picture. We see what's in front of us. We see what could be like in our imagination, but God sees the whole picture. And so when He says no, we need to have enough common sense to trust that He knows what's best for us.